Slide over here, quick. Ready, we're going chip and run. Halsey, you're going that way. Coley, this way. Here we go, one-timer. There you go, there you go. One lap. Get up, Greedy, get up. Get up. Drive. Good.
On the ice with Devils coach John Hynes, who now joins us. It's the time for Prospects Camp at The Rock. Coach, thanks so much for your time. This is going to be your 5th year with the Devils. A little bit of a clip there of your coaching style. How would you describe it to those that don't often get to see you up close like that?
Well, I think it'd be a teaching style, really involved with the players, really try to have high energy, explain things very clearly, not a lot of black and white. Encouraging, a lot of positive encouragement and critiquing in private, and really like to try to create an environment in and around our team that's high energy, attention to detail, and we want to have guys that really enjoy coming to the rink and playing the game.
Speaking of high energy, from the draft lottery and the fortunes you guys had that night, all the way to draft night to some of the moves you've made now in the offseason as well, there's a lot of energy put into the fan base for your team, for the Devils. Are you feeling that? Are you noticing how it's, hey, wow, we're getting a lot of attention. There's a lot of anticipation for this coming season.
Yeah, you certainly are, and I think it really started with the draft lottery, not knowing the type of player we could get first overall, and then having the responsibility to be able to do your due diligence and make the pick that you feel is going to be the best for your organization. And there was a lot of hard work put into that, and that was certainly exciting for the fan base. And then in and around the draft with the trade of PK Subban, who's another player who's Norris Trophy winner, brings a lot of energy, really fits a need that we have on our team, which is a big right shot defenseman that can play some big heavy minutes for us. And he's another person that I think brings a lot of energy and gets fans excited about his play. The addition of Wayne Simmons is another one where we felt like he really added a good veteran presence to our team, filled the void that we needed, added a little bit more size to our lineup, some toughness, great net front player, plays the game on the inside, very difficult guy to play against. Johnny Hayden, who was another guy in the trade that we had Chicago, he brings, again, another big, strong player that brings some toughness to our team, good, smart player. So we really like the additions this summer. We're really excited about our players that are coming back, but to inject some new life and some new energy and some players that really fit needs and fit the culture that we want is certainly exciting for us as a staff, but also our fans.
Coach, want to ask you a little bit more about Jack Hughes, a weekly discovery presented by Budweiser Discovery Reserve. And at the World Championships, Coach, you were actually the assistant coach with Hughes on the roster. What did you learn about him being around him in that type of situation?
Well, he's a guy that really loves the game. He loves to compete. He's got a great speed, great edges, unbelievable creativity. The way that he can play in traffic and make plays and see the ice. High hockey IQ player. Really comes to practice every day. Works hard. And one of the things that we really feel special about Jack is his on-ice play. He's got elite speed and high-end offensive player. We really like his competitiveness, but also what he brings culturally to our team. He's a rink rat. He loves the game. He loves all the things surrounding the game. So we just are really excited about both the player and the person and what he can bring on the ice and to our organization off the ice.
There's so much talent on this roster right now when you consider a bunch of #1 overall picks. You got a Hart Trophy guy. You got a Norris Trophy guy and PK Subban as well. And you just mentioned him, but it might be an obvious question to ask, but for those who don't really know his game, what does PK bring to the Devils?
Well, PK's he's an elite defenseman. He can move the puck. He's got a great shot. He's difficult to play against. He has a physical presence. He's got an energy and a competitive about him that is contagious. And for us, looking at our team, we felt like we needed to add a player like him that has pushback in his game. He has size, and he's an excellent two-way defenseman. He can produce offensively and defensively. He can play against other teams' top lines and top players. And that's usually how you wind up winning the Norris Trophy. So to be able to have PK, his energy, his experience, and his excitement to be a Devil are all things that we're going to try to leverage to our advantage.
Coach, as you know better than anybody, a lot of this often comes down to goaltending and how the guys between the pipes play. I know it's the middle of the summer, but have you thought about how things may evolve for you at the goaltending position next year?
Yeah, we certainly have, and that's absolutely correct. You can be really excited about your team, but goaltending is a position that sometimes can make up for flaws. It gives your team energy, and when teams have strong goaltending, it propels them to great heights. And when you don't have great goaltending, sometimes it's really difficult to find a way to win hockey games. And very excited about Corey. Corey was able to finish the year this year playing very well in his last 20 games. He went over to the World Championships. He was the starting goalie. He earned the starting job. Played some big games. Got us to the quarterfinals. So we really like the progression Corey's made at the end of the season. It's the first offseason in a couple of years where he's going in feeling really good about his game, so the mental component is there. And the other side is it's the first time in 2 years he's been healthy going into the offseason. So we're expecting him to come back at an elite level, have a great summer training, and get himself back to the level that we need him to be a team that can contend for a playoff spot. And then we really like Mackenzie Blackwood. He's a young player that's come up. He played about 25 games, I believe, for us. He's got an NHL talent, NHL size. He's really worked well with our goaltending coach, Rolly Melanson. So we think we have a great combo coming in. We're anticipating and working with those guys this summer to make sure they come back physically fit and work on some areas that we feel need to be improved. And we're expecting to have those two guys come in and play very well for us starting in training camp.
All right, I'm going to anticipate a coach answer here, but it's July. People won't remember what you said when the season starts. So let's go ahead and talk about the Rangers for a minute and a rivalry that feels like it's going to be renewed, if not reignited, obviously with the 1 and 2 picks, but also how both teams have built up in this offseason. Are you looking forward to taking advantage of the Rangers and taking advantage of the energy of that rivalry again?
I think the most important thing is the energy of the rival, and we're in this at the highest level because you're a competitor, and they're our arch rival. They're right across the river, so they're doing their thing and we're doing our thing. But every time it's a Rangers Devils game, both buildings are sold out. It's an exciting time, and as a competitor, when your arch rival's tough, it brings out the best in you, and that's we're anticipating. Our group and our team is focused on being the best that we can. But we're certainly not going to shy away from any rival challenges.
Coach, Prospects Camp is underway. Has anyone made an impression? Do you have your eyes on someone that may be under the radar?
I think the most important thing in this development camp is, as you said before, this is Ray and myself and our management groups going into our 5th year. So many of these guys that are at development camp have been drafted by us. They're the type of player, the style of person that we want to have in the organization. So it's been encouraging to be able to have these guys here and see the upside that they have, the energy that they have. And as a coach looking at it, seeing them on the ice, seeing them off the ice, I would say that there's a lot of high-end potential that we have here. And we're excited to work with them the rest of the week.
For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.